All right, welcome back to Wax Pro Uncut. This is season 4, episode 7. It's kind of crazy to think we've been doing this for 4 seasons.
I know.
I'm Erica.
And I'm Rachel.
Welcome back, guys. So today's episode's pretty fun, actually. Well, we think it's fun because it's about us. It's about the Wax Pros. So we do get a lot of questions online about the Wax Pros and what we do, and some of you follow our personals and whatnot, so we thought we'd just tell you everything up front.
The tell-all.
The tell-all.
This is like our reunion.
It is. Right. Those episodes are always the best, by the way. Remember Jersey Shore?
Do I?
That reunion was really good.
Which one?
The very first one.
That was like the beginning of reality television.
And it was the beginning of our friendship.
Back in the Jersey Shore days. Yeah, my hair had so much volume. It was crazy. It was insane.
Rachel had the
biggest poof.
It was the queen of the poofs.
It defied gravity, truly. I'm not really sure how I did it.
We
People be like, are you wearing a bump it? I'm like,
no, it was all hairspray. We used to tease our hair, hoop earrings, tanning in the tanning booth.
So tan.
There was other things we're not going to mention, but we checked all the boxes for Jersey Shore. But that's not a part of the episode.
No, it's not.
It's not. Let's get started with our handy dandy questions. Number 1, what is it like running a biz with your best friend?
I think it's pretty fun. And I think we've said before, like, I don't know that everybody could do it, but I think we do it really well. I think our personalities balance each other out very well. Our strengths and weaknesses balance each other out. And overall, it's a good time. We laugh a lot. And I think we're just really, even though we have different personality traits, we're very like-minded. And so decision-making kind of comes naturally to us. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. But we're normally on this.
It's actually miserable. No,
I think it's terrible. We never agree. We always fight. No. But, it's like one of us will pitch each other an idea and you're like, oh my gosh, I just thought of that. Or I meant to tell you. Or I'll send her a meme and she's like, I just saw that and I was going to send it to you. Or there's a lot of, we're like, can we read each other's minds? It's crazy. So I don't know that it would work for everyone, but it is pretty fun to do it together.
There's a 30% chance it's already raining.
Yes. But we're doing, I was for social media slating that trend that I'm sure everyone's seen, the like gloves on and it's like you and your suite and then gloves off. And so I was asking Erica, like, do you have pictures of us? Like we have a ton of pictures from our early 20s and then this huge gap where we have nothing. And then all of our other pictures together or content is all Wax Pro related. I said, send me any photos you have of us that is not Wax Pro related. And we were both like, I don't have anything.
Everything's Wax Pro.
Everything's Wax Pro. And so she was like, okay, I guess we need to like hang out outside of Wax Pro. Right. But it's just hard. We spend so much time together for the business, which is fun because it overlaps into fun friend time.
But the overlap is like, okay, yes, it's Wax Pro, but like we'll go to the bar after and have a few drinks. We do hang out. It's just, it always overlaps because that's our passion. That's what we talk about. So what do you talk about with your best friends? Like your passions. Yeah. And ours just happens to be our business. So
I think it's like consuming so much of our time and energy at this stage of the business too, that it is all that we can talk about. Even when we like divert and we're like, how's your mom? Or tell me what happened with your sister or whatever. How was your trip to Rocky Point? But then it always comes back to like, oh, by the way, we need to work on X, Y, and Z. Or
did you email so-and-so?
Yeah. So it just inadvertently comes back to work. But that's just the season that we're in.
I think it's also fun. And it's just it's like an ongoing school project. And it's like just constantly moving with splashes of life updates and a lot of humor. I think that, I know I could not do this with anyone else. I love that we have that understanding of each other's like background and humor and communication style, because when you're getting to know someone, you're like, did I fucking annoy that person? Or did I say something wrong? Or are they like, you start like second guessing yourself and your communication because you just don't know the other party. But like with Rachel, she knows, like, for example, my humor is super dry, like very dry. And so I could drop a one-liner that's like so brutally dry and she'll laugh. She knows where I'm coming from.
Exactly.
And vice versa, right? Yeah. Like,
I think it's either wildly dry or inappropriate.
It's mostly inappropriate.
Like, I'm like, okay, that checks out.
like Rachel got a new camera, a new iPhone. And I was like, send me a selfie, baby. You know, it's like, that's just how we talk to each other. You could not do that with someone you just
No.
built a working
No.
relationship with. And
No.
also, Eric knows us. So if
Yes.
he ever read that, he
You're
wouldn't
"This
be
is
like,
weird."
what the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, I think it's fun. I think it's rare that a relationship like this works.
Yeah,
But it works for us.
it does. Next question. Do you think Wax Pros would have made it without social media?
No, not at all. I think that just the visibility and brand exposure is everything, and it's how we're going to grow and scale. And I just think in the time we're living in, it's so far from, not that it can't work or won't work for your business, but like Meta ads or not Meta ads, excuse me, Google ads. I don't know how we would have
Gotten clients.
gotten following or exposure without it. It's just our demographic, our target audience is predominantly women of our age or near it online. And so it's the perfect space to build our community using social media. And without it, I just don't know like how far or if we would have been able to scale.
Yeah.
So
Earlier, I thought no immediately, but what I do think would have happened, I think we could have done in-person training just from local word of mouth, like in the area. I don't know how we could have gotten this level of exposure without social media.
Right, I agree.
mean, we're mostly online business, so of course. Okay. Did you have a clear vision from the beginning about Wax Pro or Wax Pro Academy?
yeah, I mean, I think we both did and we still do. And it's ever evolving and changing, which we've talked about a lot. I mean, our point of starting Wax Pro Academy was to fill the gap between your school experience, your beauty school experience, and real world life experience, and fill the gap for beauty professionals that didn't get what they needed from beauty school. And so our platform was to educate. It was all about educate, educate, educate. Now, I think that our shift in what education, in the beginning, it was like, you don't need to go work for a chain. Like, here's how to work for yourself. And then we've kind of shifted into like, that's actually not the smartest move. And I don't think you should go solo right away. And here's why. And here's how you can grow. And so like kind of the shift of who our target audience is, like, yes, we want exposure and we want to talk to the girls that are in school of like, here's where you could go, but here's now the steps you need to get there. The order of operations, I think in our minds has changed, and the advice we're giving to industry professionals. Also, just our content as a whole has shifted, who we're talking to specifically. I think our course offerings have changed. And then, we've added a ton of things in like merch, like in-person training. So there's been like this umbrella that's been created, which you've been a huge part in, of like, my goal was always like courses, courses, courses. I need education, education. And we've been able to kind of split it out now into multifaceted areas of the business to reach more people and provide more than just one service, more than just education. And that's showing through our social media too, of like, now we are education, plus we're a community, plus we're entertainment. We're a resource that people are reposting our content for their clients. And so it truly has evolved right in front of our eyes. So
Yeah.
it's interesting to see and where it's going to continue to go. I mean, we've got lots of goals and new things in the new year. And clients will ask all the time, like, how's Wax Pro? How are things? And I'm like, never in a million years did I think that we would be social media influencers.
Or
Eric
where
was
we're
like,
at right now. There's no way in hell.
no, but Eric was like, you realize that we're like influencers, right? And I'm like, don't say that. No, we're not. I'm just still in denial that that's what we're doing.
Okay, but you'll have to share that cool story about the phone store later.
Yes, I was recognized, which was like so bizarre. But it's just, it really has, like with the podcast has grown and the exposure there.
Yeah.
And the courses, like we've said before, we never in a million years thought people in other countries would be consuming or watching our content.
Right.
And like we got our Spotify Wrapped for the podcast, and it was like, your podcast has performed 95% better than any other podcast that launched this year. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, it's just weird to be living it in real time and also have crazy imposter syndrome or just absolute denial about the growth that we've experienced.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard
I think
time
it's
with that.
mostly because there's no ego. We're not like, oh, people finally know us. No, it's more like, wait, what?
Yeah.
People recognize us on the streets.
Right.
Like, it's definitely not from a place of ego. It's seriously just a surprise. I think that to answer the question as far as the vision and if it's changed or not, the vision is the one thing that's been consistent.
Mm-hmm.
That is why we've been able to be partners at this level, is because we have the same vision.
Mm-hmm.
Now, the strategy, sure,
Mm-hmm.
that's what's changed. Like, we did not start off thinking that social media would be a huge part of our journey. We're like, okay, courses, and then we're gonna like do ads, and people are gonna like find it and buy it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, no, it's like complete opposite now. We're like,
Mm-hmm.
oh, fuck, like the ads and everything. Like, we have to be on social media and kind of prove our legitimacy and prove that we actually know what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Start there and then pivot. But the
Mm-hmm.
vision has been, I think, pretty consistently there for both of us.
I think too, and I'm really proud of this shift in the growth of Wax Pro. Of it's hard when you launch something and it's your baby and you're like, but this is what it is. It's waxing education, and being able to understand that it's going to ebb and flow and weave and bob
And become its own
change,
thing.
and because it become its own thing, and
Yeah.
and just hanging on for the ride and being like, okay, this is where we're taking us. And the conversation we've had multiple times of like, you know, we haven't talked a ton about like the money behind Wax Pro. And make no mistake, like Eric and I started Wax Pro because, you know, we wanted to bring education to beauty professionals, but we also want to make money. And this was a way that we were like, okay, let's sell courses because people ask us for it anyway. Like, let's sell courses, let's help the industry, but also like, we would like to be successful and it be, you know, kind of a separate part of our businesses in terms of passive income. And so, you know, this initial investment Erica's dad gave us to get the website going and to start to create our own content. And then the money behind it that has had to sustain Wax Pro all along. Right. There came a point where we were like,
is it worth it?
Is it worth it? One, and what's in it for us? And this like taking on brand deals and doing endorsements and sponsorship stuff, and that we didn't expect the business to go in that way. I never thought that we would be the influencers in that, or be posting about brands or making commissions on sales in that way.
Yeah.
But we are also business women, and like, is that going to sustain the business? Is that going to allow us to continue to grow and scale? Mm-hmm. Yes, for sure. Like, I didn't think that we would be doing brand deals, but if brand deals is going to allow us to continue to post educational content, then yes, we're going to be doing brand deals as well. So like, I just did not foresee that.
Yeah. Never thought about
being
it.
a part of our story, but it's really cool. And while it's cringy and we laugh about it, like it is a really fun part of it. I love that that's helped us grow as the Wax Pros, of like getting PR packages and getting to try new stuff and learn all about it, and then give our honest feedback and recommendations to beauty professionals. I think is pretty fun and cool, and just not a
right. And I think also just learning how to manage brand deals, right? Mm-hmm. Because like, you know, I think I see a lot of like micro influencers that have a few thousand followers that you could tell that they're trying to get into influencing, like by what they're posting, and they're doing the right things, and they're just trying to land brand deals. I've even seen people like tag the company that they want to endorse them, like, oh, you know, sponsor me, or I'll be an influencer, whatever, right? So I see it happening, and so we want to give a little advice as to like how to manage these brand deals, because it's something we had to learn on the fly. We got an offer for, you know, like a 5-pack of videos for X amount, and we're like, oh, well, that's pretty decent. We didn't even think that would be an option for us. Like, not that we thought it was off the table,
it wasn't even on our radar.
It wasn't even a thought in our mind to attract that. So we tried it out. So what it's really like getting brand deals, because that's our next question, is what's it like, is a very lengthy process. It's longer than
that has been shocking to me.
Yeah, right? So depending on what brand you're working with, you know, some of them have very specific requirements. What it looks like, the lighting, the tagging, posting, what day, what time. Don't say this. Also, must include shots with this, must use this product, and we need the scripts. Some of them even want your scripts. So, you know, it's not just like they say, hey, can you do something for us? Sure, do a video, bam, it's done. Although we do have one brand deal like that where, you know, that brand deal is super easy.
Very hands off, lots of freedom.
Whatever you want, just post it, how much do I owe you? And Bill Zellis. So,
But the initial like brands that reached out, because it was crazy. It was months ago. What was that, like June or July? We had like 5 big brands reach out all within the same time, which
it
was
was
just
like
crazy.
within 1 week, all of them.
All of them were in our DMs going, we'd love to work with you guys. Can we send you guys a package? We'd love for you guys to do product reviews. And we were like, oh my gosh, how fun and cool. And then it took probably 4 months of going back and forth of what they were actually asking for, us signing contracts, them amending the contracts, then resending the contracts.
Mind you too, it's like there's room for negotiation. I know this just as a business person. This is what I do in other facets of my businesses. But like, I'm like, absolutely not. We're not doing it for that. Like, this is what we can do, and not to be a diva, but this is like your time, right? What does your time cost? Like, we cannot do it for that much because there's certain levels of content we provide. We do like iPhone quality, and then we do pro grade. And pro grade, we're paying someone to come record this. So no, the price has to make sense. So do know there is room for negotiation. But yeah, that process took forever. Freaking ever.
And it's a classic, like, you just don't know what you don't know. And we learned that firsthand. And also things we would do differently with some of these brands. For example, there's one that signed us for a package of 5 videos, and we didn't know that, like, oh, we should ask for half up front. So we recorded, finished, paid for up front a professional videographer months ago, and then spent our own time and energy editing the videos to get them done. And now we still haven't completed the contract because we still have 2 more videos to post for them at the end of December.
Because they post them like every 6-8 weeks. So
and we don't get paid out per the contract until the last video is posted. And so we're like, okay,
that's like a 9-month process. Yeah, like to make a few grand.
Do that again. Yeah. Like that was we know now, like that was something that we wouldn't do.
Right.
And it's just interesting too, like that same brand too, that there was this list of requirements going into it, but then the last video, they just threw in like, oh, by the way, it also has to have trending music. And we're like, okay, you never said that. And we're on a creator account. I don't have access to the business library of commercial music. So that would require us to change our account to a business account. So just little things that like have shifted. And another brand that was like, we've submitted 3 videos. And then now they're all of a sudden like, oh, by the way, you guys both need to be in the same shot at the same time. The videos moving forward, they need to be this. And we're like, okay, you never specified that. You didn't say that from the beginning.
So advice would be get everything in writing up front and put your terms out there. And if they don't accept them, they don't accept them. And maybe you negotiate back and forth a little bit, but put it all out there. And so now we have templates of like, here's what we do. Oh, it does not work for you? Not a big deal because it's just not for us, right? So
well, and on the other side of that too, like right before Black Friday, we had a different brand reach out and ask to send us wax. They wanted to send us like their wax kit, and they sent the contract, which Erica reviewed. And in the contract was like the trade was they would send us their wax kit, like a PR box of their wax. And in return, we needed to post 5 videos, very specific outlined terms. And we were like, we can't fit that into our content calendar in the next few months.
Also, it's just like, we can't do it for just product. Like,
no.
Again, it's not to be a diva or that we're the shit or anything. Our time is money, and we know what our time is worth, because not only do we run Wax Pro, we have our other businesses that we have to take care of. We literally, Rachel has 2 and I have 2 on top of Wax Pro. That's 5 businesses that we're trying to manage. So, unfortunately, free product is just not enough at this phase of the business
we're in.
Yeah. Now, if you are a solo waxer and that's all you do, and someone sends you free wax, of course, that feels different. You're like, heck yeah, free wax that I get to use on my clients and make money on. That makes sense. And I have time in between clients. Sure, that might be appropriate payment at that phase, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's a question further down of like, how, like, does ego get in the way, or has ego come into play, or do you guys feel like you have ego now with the growth? And I think it's not even ego. It's just knowing our worth and what our time is worth.
Yeah.
Like that. Like maybe if they were the first brand that ever reached out in July, we would have been like, sure, that's great. Yes. Yay. Fun, free. And now we're months into it that we can go, it's not necessarily ego. It's just, we just simply don't have the time.
You get smarter.
Yeah.
To be honest.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
And I'm glad that, the reading of the terms and not agreeing to something, because you also don't want to be in breach of contract.
Right.
You can't
also
overpromise and underdeliver.
You don't want to do all this work and not get paid because you didn't meet the requirements they asked of you either. So you just have to be smart about it is all. Next question. Fun. What is your toxic trait as a leader?
This is like when you're in an interview and you take like one of your strengths,
Yeah.
but you make it sound like a weakness.
You're right.
No, but I truly do think it's because I care too much. I think I really do care too much. And so I get stuck on things. And the emotional side of me can come out. Like it matters to me on a very deep level, stuff that probably shouldn't, or I shouldn't give my time or energy to. And also like the level of perfectionism that I strive for, it can be a hindrance in that like I can't, like I beat something into the ground because it has to be perfect, or there's situations where it can just be good enough, or it is, but I just hold myself to a standard where I'm like, oh my God, it's not right. And then in turn, the emotional side comes out. So I think that is hard. And I know you deal with that often. You're like, okay, you're the perfectionist. Is this okay to you? And I'm like, yes, fine. But that's hard. Yeah. Because it's a lot of pressure and it creates more work
It's
sometimes
what I love
than
about
necessary.
you. It genuinely is the worst and best thing about you. Like I count on you to have that.
Yeah.
Because I don't have that for shit. I'm like, I don't care.
You're like, good, let's roll.
Sounds good to me. Let's keep it moving.
You
know. So yeah, my toxic trait is probably doing everything. Taking on so much. We could do it. There is no for me. I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah, you're like, yes, man.
Yes, let's do it. I'm not scared of anything. That is actually problematic sometimes. I know that about myself. So I do slow it down. And I have a great counterpart that forces me to slow down sometimes. And it's why we make such a good team. It's like, I'm all gas. I really am. So that's good when we need it.
Yeah, for sure.
But I know it's toxic as well sometimes. What was your first launch like?
Like our original launch, I think is what we're speaking of when we went live like in February. What's so funny.
I got PTSD. I was thinking like a store launch.
Oh God. No, I'm just thinking
like,
in terms of Wax Pro. I mean, into like the next episode that we're going to record is like our 2025 wrapped. And so I was like looking back at analytics of this year of like our growth, which was so crazy to see. Cause like when you pull up in your TikTok studio and it shows you like if you hit like the last year, and it'll show you like all the months lined up like on a chart. And same with your business suite for Meta. And it was like January, February, March, April, May, literally flatlined, like you couldn't see anything. And then it was May, it spiked. And then all of our, growth has happened really from May until now. And today is December, what is it, 8th? So it's just a crazy short amount of time
7
to
months,
see it. Cause I keep saying like, oh, well, we launched in, when did we launch?
Okay,
we launched.
So we opened, this is nuts. I don't know if you realize this. We opened the LLC in 2022.
And then we did 2022, but the courses didn't go live until fall, right? Of 2023.
Yes, it was almost 2024. Yes.
Oh,
correct.
2024. No, it was 2024. They went live because I remember we launched, got the website up, and it was like July. It was summer because we went live.
We basically got the LLC and reserved domains. That's what we did. Remember, I just like got the website for us. No, lies. Wax Pro Academy was taken. We had to go with the Wax Pro Academy.
Right.
And remember, I was going to war trying to get the domain, whatever. We got the domains. We got the handles on Instagram, all the things. And then we kind of started like planning some outlines. Not much happened in 2022. The vision was there. 2023, we started writing. But we would do like a lot of work in like a couple weeks and
nothing for a long time.
For months, weeks, because Rachel's got kids, we got businesses, we got things going on. So,
but the courses went live because I remember posting like I've never been prouder of
2024.
2024, like
end of 2024,
end of summer. It was like I think September 1st because our goal was July. I remember our goal was July 1st, and then we didn't. It was like August or September 1st. We launched, and then in between September 1st to like December, we decided we wanted to break them out into shorter form courses, and we took the courses up.
It's like,
and then we took the courses down.
Yeah.
And because I remember talking to Faye, who built out our website, and we were like, let's get through the holidays, and January 1 we'll come back and let's make these changes.
Yep.
January 1 we made the changes, and then we hired Phil to do help our social media. February 1
we went live with Phil.
And so it's just crazy because the original launch was chaotic. It was like we were live, but like didn't really make any sales.
It was not a strategic launch.
No.
And like honestly, had I been strictly focused on the strategy, and I say I because typically like when it comes to sales, that sort of stuff is usually my forte, whereas Rachel's is like content, planning, making everything beautiful, perfecting like the outlines, and I'm more like sales, here's where we're going, negotiating, vendor management, things like that. Very fitting for personalities, but I feel that it's just we were spread so thin. There was no legit strategy.
Well, we just didn't know what we were doing.
And it was like on me too, because I just did not give the attention it needed, just strictly because the time wasn't there, not because the need wasn't there.
But I think not even to put it on you. Again, we didn't know what we didn't know. And we just figured like, we've worked so hard on this. Let's launch it and go live. And it did not even occur to us that like we did it backwards. Like we could have started with in-person training. We could have started with, let's build this brand. Like the whole time we were writing the courses for 2 years, we could have been posting on social media.
Right.
We went
also,
live and then we're like, oh wait, we don't have a following.
Yeah. Like who are we selling to? Who's our audience? Right. And the credibility wasn't there. We've talked about this before. It's like, oh, we've been around forever and we know our stuff. Says who?
Yeah.
Your fucking resume no one sees? Like, that's crazy.
Your 500 followers that are all your friends and family.
Right. But also, we have been running brick and mortars for 15 years, right? That is so different than online. So you're correct. We just didn't know. We just didn't know what it meant. So yes, social media, we launched like ass basically to answer the question. And we quickly like slapped each other in the face. Like we need to go all in or this is a waste of fucking time. And that's what we did. And you could see in the results. So that's something I think really
feels
changed.
like 5 years ago, but that's crazy.
Yeah, for real. What is the best thing you like about each other? What a sweet question.
Sweet question. I like that you are the dreamer. Like you are you're the yes man, like you already said, like that where in all the areas that I'm scared or non-confrontational or second guessing, you're like, no, 100%, we're going to manifest this shit. This is happening. Like, don't second guess it. I don't understand what your problem is with it. Like, I think we balance each other out in that way. And you're for sure, like, you're all in all the time where I'm like, wait.
Help.
Well, and all the things like I really don't want to do, like, can you please call this brand back? Can you please bulldog these people because they said they'd send this and they didn't? Like all of the things of confrontation and
Gladly.
like, the business side that scares me. It's nice to have you as the counterpart to be like, oh, I'll do that. I don't care. Like I'll do that in my sleep. That's fine. I'm like, great. Cause I don't want to do that part of it. So that is nice. Just the balance and the energy. It is really nice to be able to share the workload and to be good at different things. So that it's not all on one person. What about you? Well, tell me why you love me.
There's so many things. Truly. Like I could, and I don't, I could choke up about it if I thought about it. But the main thing is your self accountability is fucking insane.
Thank you.
It's insane. Like, not only do you run a household, you have a marriage, you have these businesses, you are like the fucking rock for all this shit, right? Yeah. So not only are you doing that, but like, you'll be hard on yourself. You'll have a fucking meltdown and you'll be like, hold on, I'll be right back. Sleep on it, come back, and you're like, okay, I've thought about it.
I'm fine.
And here's where I was wrong about this. I actually think this is what we should do. And you're so clear. And I don't know how you fucking do it. You're like a machine. You're like, you just need to go to sleep and you wake up and you're
power me down.
You're so clear on like, this is wrong. We're doing this now. And I love that confidence so much. Like that's what makes me confident in the whole project is that you're able to do that. You're like,
okay, all right. We joked before, like we should slate our month of productivity based on where we are in our cycle because 100%. It's so funny. I will text her and be like, I'm over it. I'm done. I can't do this. I'm literally about to freak the fuck out. I'm crying, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, okay, all right, here we are. Are you about to bleed or you're bleeding? Yeah. Okay. And then it's like, okay, now we're done. And now we're like, have clear vision. And now we have like our 2 weeks of like, super motivated.
Have
and then,
a glass of wine.
Yeah.
Call me
go
tomorrow.
to sleep. Stop working, just go to bed. And then there's the 2 weeks that we are super laser focused, like super productive.
Like
and
you
like,
think we're on drugs.
Energized. And then the week that we're just like, nothing matters. Nothing matters. Nothing matters. This is so stupid. And so that is really funny to watch like the ebb and flow of that in how we both handle that. So
agreed. Next question is, what did early days look like before growth and visibility.
Yeah, I think we kind of talked about that
we did.
already. It was just chaotic. We didn't have a strategy. I feel like it was and not that now, when I just said this in the last episode, like choose your hard. It's all hard for different reasons. And I can relate it back to like having a newborn or like being pregnant. Like when you're pregnant, you're so over it and you're so ready for you to not be pregnant anymore because it's hard. And then you have your newborn and then that's hard for different reasons. And like the workload of Wax Pro feels a lot in the same because it just keeps shifting and it's hard in every season for different reasons, but it's so nice to get into the next season of the hard. That season was hard because it was like our cups were completely full. Felt like we were chickens with our heads cut off. We didn't know what the right thing was. We would use resources which we thought were helpful. And it was like we just kept striking out. And we just had a lot of energy and the drive and the want was there, but we didn't have a plan.
And there's no results. So
and
you're
there's
like
no results.
Delusional. You're like, gotta
truly
keep going.
Felt delusional. And everyone, our friends and family going, you guys look great and all your stuff looks awesome. And are you guys selling a ton? And
like, oh,
it looks
awesome,
wonderful.
thanks.
And we're like,
thanks, guys.
nothing is happening. We're in the red. We're not feeling like we're making it or it's worth it. Is it worth it? And so
mind you guys,
hard.
Again, it's been 7 months of really launch. So like being in the red in year 1 or 2 is actually pretty freaking normal in any business, right? So for it being a few months, it just felt crazy because we're like, why aren't we rich?
It feels endless.
Why aren't we rich?
Right.
Where's the G-Wagon?
Right. Where you're like, I've worked so hard. I just want return on our investment. And it's just you just have to wait. It's just not yet, not yet, not yet. And so the not having the strategy or not seeing the results, I think was really, really hard in the days before visibility. And then there was visibility, but still not a ton of results. But then it felt like at least, the dial moved a little bit. And that was reassuring of like, okay, we're doing something right.
Yep. And it's all relevant too. Like, okay, being in the red felt crazy. And now it's like being in the black. We're like, that feels bad. It's like, well, it's not the red. That is still progress, right?
Totally.
So
totally.
It's all relevant to like where you're at in the phase of the business for sure. Do you ever argue or disagree?
Not really. I mean, we definitely don't argue. We don't really ever disagree. I don't feel. I think it's because of the not having an ego thing. We're like, whatever the fuck needs to happen is going to happen. That's what we do. We just fall in line wherever we need to. I think it's more just like conversations being tabled maybe, or like you'll bring something up again. Erica's the dreamer and Erica always has like a million ideas. And she's like, I think we should do this, this, and this. And in the beginning of like, I really think we should do in-person training. And I was so adamant, like, I do not want to do in-person training. I'm like, we literally built this platform to be online so as not to do in-person training. This is the alternative to in-person training. If we do in-person training, what is it all for? Why did we build an online platform? And so going back to a previous question of like, that was really hard for me to shift the mindset of like, okay, but people want in-person training.
Right.
They do. And so we've been able to work our online platform into a prerequisite for the in-person training. And now it's all kind of working together.
Right.
But that was something that you said from the beginning, like, I really think we need to do in-person training. And I was like, I really don't want to. And she's like, okay, just think about it. And so it wasn't an argument, or it wasn't like, no, it was like, not now.
Also, like, had we been in different phases of our life, I don't think those conversations would have been as productive because like, I just know how people work from coaching people. Like, I'm like, all right, I'll work on this. It's not make or break right now. We'll get back to it. And I think she'll come to it eventually. But had I been in hothead Erica era, like maybe it would have been a fight in the past, right? But I just think because we've both matured so much emotionally and just like mentally that we can have very productive conversations, even if they're not aligned. Like if our visions are not aligned on one thing, we still end up coming out really good with the conversation.
Well, I think you're good at like planting the seed, and then you let me think about it.
I know.
But and then you let me think it's my idea.
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay.
You're like, I have this idea. And
we should do a podcast. Yes. No.
Yeah.
Again, the in-person training, the podcast. I was like, no, we are not doing a podcast. We should have TikTok too. I was like, nope.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. We should hire a social media coach. I was like, I don't want to.
Then she'll sleep on it and wake up and be like, I have an idea. Yeah. And I'm like, wow,
something came to me in a dream. It was so lucid. No, it's just my process is
But I
different.
know, but again, that goes back to the very beginning of what we were saying. Is like working with someone that you know so well, we're able to do that with each other. You know, if we had just met and started working on this project, I mean, I probably would have killed you. You probably would have stabbed me in my sleep. I don't know.
Maybe.
Next question. What are your roles behind the scenes? Who does what?
Oh, I think you kind of touched on it before. I mean, Erica is great with the like brand deals, script writing, the structural business side of it, like all of the logistics behind actually running it as a business. And then just the day-to-day stuff, like obviously you see us all in all of the content, like we're both behind the camera. I do a lot more of I do all the editing and the social media stuff. I think we share the role of like concept creation. We obviously built the courses together. But like, for example, the newsletter, like Erica writes the copy and builds it out. And then I physically like build out the newsletter visually, what it's going to look like. Then she'll schedule it. And then like slating the content. Then I do all of that. We both record together. But Erica's a lot of the like speaking to the brands and the brand deals and that side of it. And then
basically I would say if it had to be chopped up into like titles, like sales and marketing, like if we had to chop it up.
And then we're both influencers, if you don't know.
Allegedly.
Alleged influencers.
Right. Okay, next question is, what do you think is misunderstood about Wax Pro?
I think maybe just our success. And especially in the beginning, we were misunderstood that we were a school. Like people were contacting us constantly of like, do you guys give a license? Or like, is this a waxing only school? Like beauty professionals seeking an aesthetic school. And so that was confusing. I thought that was really, we were misunderstood for that.
Yeah.
That we don't get anymore. But then even now, just, you know, like our growth or what that looks like online, I think people would look at us and be like, wow, they have it all, or they figured it out, or really impressed by what you're doing. And not that what we're doing is not impressive. I'm proud of us and our growth also. But like we talked about just the money side of it, like we're not paying ourselves yet. We're still working 24/7 all the time to
all day, every day.
Take off. Like it's just still a ton of work. The work is never done. So, you know that. What about, do you agree with both of those things?
100%.
Yeah. It's just so interesting. Like everyone's perception.
Totally. And how easily deceived people can be by little numbers on Instagram, on your followers. You know,
but what I will not diminish is the amount of work we've done. I was just one of our friends. We were hanging out with over the weekend, and he's like, I was scrolling back through your content, and I cannot believe how much content you guys have put out. And I was laughing.
We can't either.
And I was like, no, same. Because there was a point, which is crazy. And that will shift into the new year of like changes into the new year. We will not, I mean, not that we're not going to post as much, but like on TikTok, there was a point where we're posting 3 times a day. So 3 pieces of content for 4 or 5 months straight for months, months, 7 days a week, 3 posts a day. Like that's
80 posts a month.
That's just too much.
Yeah.
And, and we were partially in that phase of just trying to figure out what worked. And we're still in that phase. But those are things where looking back, you're like, holy shit, like that's crazy. The perception to people of like, they must do this full time. They have all this time and energy. Like, no, we don't. We don't. We're killing ourselves. We're spread so thin, probably like negatively, like, like it was necessary to get to where we want to be right now. But now we're at a point where we can scale back and be like, okay, now we know what works and we can do things differently looking at the new year to free up time for other creative projects and, to put our energy in other places. So that too, the perception of Wax Pro Academy of like, it really does look like we do it full time.
Yeah.
When girls are like, how do you guys post so much?
Like, make no mistake, even though we have other businesses, we put in full-time hours. That's what Rachel is talking about, like negatively, right? Because if I'm doing, say, 40 hours in my business coaching and Rachel's 40 hours at the salon / her suite, and I'm telling you, we're doing 40 hours a week, Wax Pro, that's 80 hours a week, which most people today are not willing to do.
No, it's a lot.
They're simply not. So I know it's crazy. And I'm not saying it's the right way or that we're better. I'm saying that's the reality of what it takes to build a business that is, by the way, in the black, meaning we're not profitable yet, right? But it happened in 7 months. So the next question is perfect. What is it like growing so fast? Because in 7 months, it literally was like, press play, go.
I think, well, just the expectations that we have of ourselves and what Wax Pro is going to do, like how quickly it was like, once we put the gas on the brake, there wasn't taking any off. It was like, okay, we're going. It was like this snowball that just started to roll and roll and roll. And like, there was no going back. There was no pause. Let's wait. Like there was no, like, let's pivot. We were in it. And even like you've said so many times of like, well, we've come this far. Like we can't stop now. Or like when we decided to stop working with the social media coach, and then it was going to be on us to pay for a film, edit all of our own content. And like, that could have been a point where we were like, let's just take a month off and like regroup. No
way.
No, now let's work 3 times harder to figure out how to do it without this person we hired. How can we do it ourselves? And so I think that has been really hard in like just keeping the momentum going and not stopping and only continuing to grow, because it's a lot. It just requires a lot.
Yeah.
Overall.
Yeah, for sure. What it's like is crazy as hell. You just literally have to remember why you're doing it. And that vision that I talked about, that's what we've been aligned on the whole time. Now, how we get there, that's changed. But the vision's there. If you can't define your vision or understand why you're doing what you're doing, then like just stop right now. Like, it feels crazy and it's in a great way to like grow that quickly.
Well, and I think it's made us maybe not delusional, but like I think it's too good to be true. I'm like still in a state of disbelief.
I'm not.
Like, no, and that's how we are so different, where I'm just like, I just think that's this little silly side project. And even my husband is like, at what point are you going to accept that like this thing is going?
Yeah.
You get like, you're on it. You're on the train. Like, open up your eyes, sweetie. And I'm like, well, is it? I don't know. This is just crazy.
Because, well, you know, I know how things go, like in terms of energy, right? Your behaviors, your daily behaviors consistently equals an outcome. So I know that what we're doing is making an outcome. You want to get faster at your mile run, you got to start sprinting and try and push harder and harder, and however the fuck you train for a mile or whatever. I don't run miles. But if you're trying to run a faster mile, there's training components that have to happen. And when you do them all the time, eventually your mile gets shorter, right? I know that's what we're doing. And I believe in that. I believe in you. I believe in Wax Pro. So yeah, I know why we're here. So that's one of our questions, actually. Like, what's the moment where you knew we are actually building something big?
I think probably for me, that moment was like when that week that we just talked about, when all those wax brands reached out at the same time. And we were like, brand deals. Okay. That's not how I thought we were going to make money.
What?
Interesting. And I was like, again, the joking of like, we're not influencers though, but like, we're like, wait, are we? Like, is this a way that we could make money? Of just that they were big enough with followings that they saw our account. And at that time, like, and even still, like, we just hit 15K, like, again, doing the like, that's nothing. Yes, it's a ton of growth, but like that they reached out to us at 9,000 followers or 8,000 and they were like, hey, we want you guys to make content. We're like, oh my God, that's really cool. Us? You mean us? You want to pay us to make content? Like that, I think was like, wow, that's really cool. What about you?
My aha moment was last week.
When we got pregnant. No, we have a big like thing in the new year. It's a surprise. No, we have like an opportunity for Wax Pro Academy coming in the new year that we think is huge and fun and great. And we had a meeting with this brand and they were like, yes, we're in. We love that. And so, I mean, I still, again, I think I'm in shock and denial. I'm just like, but I don't think it's real.
Look, have I always had faith in us and that this could be, you know, streams of income? Yes, for sure. Like, for sure. But the aha moment was last week for me on the full moon, the super moon.
It was a full moon, the super moon. Yeah. Yeah, that was cool. But again, I'm just delusional.
Just a teaser for what's to come.
I don't believe anything's real.
Do you set boundaries between work and friend time?
With us, no. We said that earlier. I feel like we probably should. That could be a goal for us in the new year of to go get dinner. I don't think we're capable.
I don't think so either. Like, we're like, maybe we should
Let's
do
just
an
go
outing.
To dinner. Like, we would be like,
it would turn into work talk. Yeah.
I just don't think that we can.
You know what I do think we do though is like when we're fucking tapped out, tanked, we do tell each other that. Like there's been times where actually we don't have to tell each other. I'm like,
I can do no more. I'm done for today.
You're going to Rocky Point.
Yeah.
I got it. Go enjoy. Don't worry. Go. Does she still? Of course. You know,
I didn't actually work at all in Rocky Point. Not one time.
Good. So there's times where I'm on travel for business coaching and Rachael just mans it and she knows it's not because I don't want to. It's just like I mentally, physically cannot. So we're good at being like, hey, I'm going to pass the baton here real quick. And we get each other in that way. That's what's nice about having a partner. If it was just alone, I cannot imagine. I cannot.
No, it'd be too much, but
Yeah. Okay, we're almost through the questions. Where do you think Wax Pro will be in 1 year?
I think that our following will be much more. I think our brand exposure is just like really starting to like take off. So I think that that's cool. I hope that we'll be in more schools. I hope that we'll, get into the schools and do more of the industry events and stuff just nationwide. I think our credibility is now there and following is there that I think the schools will be like, oh, I've seen these girls. That's cool. Potentially more in-person training. But I just think bigger. I think scalable. I think we hope to revamp our courses and even more breakouts than what you're seeing now. We've got lots of goals for the new year. So I think just lots of growth I see in the next year.
Yeah.
What about you? Same? Same?
More. I think in 1 year, this is where I'm going to contradict and my ego's kicking in.
She's like, we don't have ego, but
I believe in 1 year, we will be everywhere in terms of the wax world.
remember this face.
Do remember. I think we will be a brand people can point at and be Wax Pros, the Wax Pros, Wax Pro Academy. And I know this because of what's in the works, and we will be everywhere. 10 years, what's that look like?
What you said. My 10-year answer is your 1 year answer. That's so Erica and Rachel.
It's so us.
Yeah, that's so us. I mean, I also, I hope to be at like more of the like conventions and the big, in bigger conversations than we're in now.
Our peak will be in 1 year.
I think we just dipped our toe in and now we're gonna be like
toenail.
the Kool-Aid man, like busting through the wall. Wax Pros are here. So
10 years?
yeah.
That's my 1 year is your 10-year answer? Okay. Well,
No, your 1 year answer is my like 3 to 5.
that's sweet.
Well, good thing we have this on video so we can go back and
Yeah,
check.
it's sweet. I love it. 10-year for me is we've already done 2 more brands. So that's what I think.
Okay.
Yeah. You heard it here first, folks. All right. So we're going to get into a fun little segment. What's it called?
It's called Behind the Wax. Who's more likely to? So we're going to hold up either Erica or Rachel. Jacob, our videographer behind the scenes, is going to read us questions and we're going to vote on who is more likely to. I just think it will be funny. And now,
we did not rehearse. This is going to be like off the dome. So,
but even as I wrote them out and I know,
what,
I was like, Erica, Rachel, Erica. Yeah, I know.
Okay, let's see if we get them the same. What if we mess up?
We won't.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do this segment now.
Scared. Okay, so this side's Rachel, this side's Erica. Okay. All right, ready? I need to see what side. Okay, Erica, Rachel. Do you know what side's whose? Okay, let's do it.
All right, ladies. All right, here we go. Who is the biggest hype woman?
Oh, thank God.
100%. How many times have I tried to quit?
At least 6.
That's not that bad.
It's
in
not
like
that bad.
That many years.
I don't think
Okay.
so. Yeah.
This is fun. Who is faster behind the pot?
Did you say you?
Yeah.
Thank God. That'd be alarming if it wasn't.
Who is more stubborn for business decisions?
I mean, I'm going to say me, but
Yeah.
again, I don't know that it's stubborn.
Yeah, I would say you, but
I don't know that it's really stubborn. Maybe just particular.
particular. I like that. That's
Okay,
good.
thanks.
Who cries more at emotional wins?
Oh, for sure. Lord.
It's me.
She's crying right now.
I was going to say there's probably a couple times in this
Yeah.
episode that she's almost
I didn't cry this episode.
You did?
I did not.
Oh, I was like,
But
you
it's
did?
not over yet.
It's not over yet, right? Who cannot function without coffee?
Oh, for sure me. Yeah. Lord.
I could do with or without.
Very good.
It's true. I think you are actually better without coffee because you get all jittery sometimes with coffee. It's 50-50.
Yeah.
Who always has a chaotic idea that ends up being genius?
Yeah, I'm just idea girl.
Every time?
Not every time. Rachel has great ideas. Mine are just the craziest ones.
Wait, I have one that was like chaotic that I shot down and I think I did hurt your feelings.
What was it?
The one where you were like, we should create a fake assistant that's a dude. She was like, and it was at 2 a.m. And she was like, we create this persona and he's who responds from Wax Pro to these brands.
I was going to make a fake assistant.
To
but make us more legit, because I'm thinking about manifestation and I'm like, let's manifest greater success.
But the fact that you said like, let's make him a dude because other brand, like the way that brands speak to men. And I was like, Erica, you have a bigger dick than most people that I know. We're not going to create a fake man. You are the man.
And I was like, you're right.
And she's like, okay, I'm going to go to bed. I was like, okay, yeah, we're not creating a fake person.
It didn't hurt my feelings, by the way. It was just a thought.
You had to realize, you're like, yeah, you're right. Okay.
Right, I am the man. Okay.
That's pretty funny.
Well,
Who is more likely to be late?
I'm Mexican. It just comes with
it's in my blood.
It's in my blood.
Who is more? Who is more all gas, no brakes?
Oh, duh. We already said that. Okay, now I look like a psycho.
So who wrote these? Who primarily wrote these? Yeah,
Rachael did. She's what is it called? Planting a. I don't know.
This is actually a roast of Erica right now.
Who is more likely to send a voice note?
Also Erica.
Yeah.
But they're not bad, and they're always at inappropriate like topics. They're not nothing.
Well, it's either appropriate, like, I just have to send this in a voice memo, or it's me singing to you.
Or doing like a creepy quote voice. And then you'll be like, don't keep it. And I always go, keep. So I have them lined up.
Oh my God, I do that to my wife all the time.
We're basically married too.
That's amazing. I love
keeping that.
We like to do like accents with each other over voice notes, and then also, please delete this.
Delete it now.
Who is more likely to send a unhinged idea at 2 a.m.?
God, I am an actual psychopath.
I know, Rachael.
I love that unhinged has been brought up multiple times.
Yeah.
Maybe me too, though. No, and what I've been doing lately is like sending the longest text messages of my life. And I've said that of like, I understand that this is crazy. And like, I'll be typing forever. And Erica's like, oh God, I should sit down for this, shouldn't I?
I literally will see the bubbles forever. And I'm like, fuck. Yeah, I'll text. I'll be like, all right, I'm waiting.
But so it's not just you, it's both of us.
Can you give us a recent example of something that she might have sent at 2 a.m.?
Well, one of them was about the Wax Pro giveaway that we're about to do, because like the brands, their commitments, their gift packages to us like shifted, and we decided to kind of break them out differently. And so I had sent her like, it could either be this, or this, or we could restructure it like this, or this, or what about this? And this is why I think this. And
I go, whatever you want.
She goes, okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
So, but it was like the longest text I've ever sent.
But she has to do that for her. And I'm just like, sweet.
Well, like when we talk tomorrow, I just want to have all my thoughts, but then it's like, then the conversation's obsolete because I already then send it all in a text. But yeah, whatever.
You explain everything all in one text.
Yes.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Who takes longer to get ready? It's a tough one.
I think it's you.
It might be. Yeah. It might be me.
I probably take longer for my hair though because of the extension.
That's why I was hesitant.
But you also like can do your makeup very quickly for what your face looks like.
I think we're probably even, because like when we went to the IECSC and we stayed in the same room together, like we were ready. We started at the same time and end at the same time. But that also comes from so many years getting ready for the club together.
So the club.
Me and Erica will come up with another list of questions, and they'll
that
all
be Rachael.
All about you.
There should have been more about crying or being emotional.
Right.
Who will cry unprompted?
Who's got more morals? Rachael.
Last one, ladies. Who is more of a perfectionist?
Oh, Rachael.
See?
Yeah. She's like, and I'm the best.
I'm perfect. Thank you.
So me being a part of this show, I don't mean to, I hope I don't have a word counter on this episode, but I have, knowing you for as long as I have now, I feel like I relate to you a lot when it comes especially to the perfectionist side of it. Why do you feel that is?
Probably my dad, honestly. I mean, my dad's in the business. My dad's on the radio and he's
show business.
Yeah, show business. But my whole life has just been like, I just want it a certain way. I just like it how I like it. And maybe some too, not to like totally go back to like I'm a middle child, and I feel like I got lost in there sometimes of like not being able to make decisions. And so like, this is one thing that I have full control over. Maybe the first thing truly in my life,
right? Like
outside of my own business, but even my own business is like tied to Boss Salon and my husband. Mm-hmm. And so it's like a project that truly is like mine and our baby, that nobody else is making the decisions for me. And so just holding myself to this level of like, it has to be perfect.
Well, I relate to that a lot. And, you know, knowing both of you for as long as I have, I really see a lot of like, you guys are so relatable. You know, I think we've said on many times on this show, that's like, I don't I almost know how to wax now because of you guys. But I mean,
You're a wax pro.
Coming from a background that has nothing to do with what you ladies are talking about. You guys make things so relatable. So
thank you, Jacob.
I just want to take some time to say that
Jacob.
it's been so awesome
nice.
to work with you guys, and like I
You
totally.
too.
It's like, oh my God, they're like my big sisters, you know? Like I get it.
Aw,
love
thank
that.
you. And
Thank
he
you.
makes it all happen. So
The man behind the camera
maybe we'll do an episode, the man
with
behind
Jacob.
the camera.
Like start it, Jacob, and then come get in.
Yeah.
Maybe. But, well, that's it for this episode. That's
Thanks
a wrap.
for joining.
Thank you.
See ya.